Welcome to another episode of Husbands Watching Housewives. I'm Scott.
I'm Jeff.
And we just watched an episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac.
Part 1 of the reunion.
Season 10 reunion.
Season 10. 10 years.
Yeah, and also, who knew Summer House was on just as long?
I mean...
Not me.
Not same.
Yeah, but hey, that's crazy.
Yeah.
As far as reunions go, I thought it was a pretty good reunion.
It was a good start.
Yeah.
I think they're going to get, like, into more stuff as, when it comes out.
Mhm.
Of course, Karen later on and, Jazzy
Yeah.
makes an appearance. So, but yeah, I think they kicked it off with the things they needed to talk about, namely Wendy and Stacey
Mhm.
and Angel.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll go deeper as it goes along.
Yeah, the fact that they gave us the little, preamble, the little
Oh, yeah.
prelogue. What is it before? What's
Prelude.
Yeah, the prelude of like her and Eddie sitting on the couch being all depressed.
Well, it's funny because people said that scene was in the trailer. Like, they're like, why isn't it been shown? And as they're waiting to do it now.
Right.
So, yeah, to hear about what happened in that moment. And then also when Wendy went into more detail about it on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
Very sad for their kids.
Yeah.
To have to see that. And the younger one who's not oblivious, but isn't totally aware. And then
Right.
the older one, it's just, it's a lot really sad. And
Yeah.
he wrote that. So,
Yeah.
it
It was a little hard for me to watch Wendy and Eddie, like Wendy just doing the whole oh, I'm so sad. Oh, she just really, really had her whiny voice on. Like, life is tough.
well, how
The
they
consequences of my actions are tough.
she's got out of jail. What do you want?
I know, but stuff.
Jazzy.
Well, no, I just
Jazzy.
it just felt a little performative to say the least. But
Well, I think you stick a camera in front of your faces and they kind of go into a mode,
probably.
Yeah, I mean, they basically told us, like, this happened.
Right.
And they couldn't really go into detail about what happened.
Right.
When Andy asked, it's still an ongoing case, and I can't go into more about it.
And I can't wait to find out what she says later on. Like, it's Karen to tell her to shut the F up.
I think just in general that she's talking because Karen skipped the reunion
Mm-hmm.
before she got sentenced and all that. So, yeah, it's when they said she was being very jovial, I think in that moment, yes, for sure, she was, detailing the jail
Mm-hmm.
shenanigans.
Her experience. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know what should have the same kind of tone at BravoCon.
Yeah, I would agree.
So I just that this is what happened. I'm upset and I'm scared, but I can't give you all that emotion right now.
I'm sure she knows what she can and cannot talk about from a legal perspective.
Right.
And she can talk about, again, her experience of being in jail, but she doesn't, as long as she doesn't talk about the reasons why she might have been in jail.
Right. I think Karen was saying shut the F up because just you don't want to appear have the court think you're appearing in one way, but you don't mean you appear.
You don't want to appear glib.
So if you're like, oh, whatever, I went to jail.
Right.
Another Tuesday, and I got out, and
Right.
and my napping wig, and
That was kind of funny. What wasn't funny was when they had those portraits on their wall in their house, like that. There's some
the three
the three kids. They're just like, we have vault and ceilings. We have movie posters on our wall. I guess we don't have kids, but I also just couldn't imagine having like a shrine to us up there.
I'm not a fan too of those baby curled up pictures, what I'm talking about? Like,
right.
Oh, I fit in a basket. I don't know. It just doesn't, I don't think that's cute. I put some clothes on that baby,
Right.
She's beautiful children, but it's just not my thing.
Also, I don't know that I have a friend, I'll let you guess which one. I think I might have told you this story already, but all throughout junior high and high school, they had like a family portrait on their wall in their family room of like them and their family in like matching outfits.
Yeah.
And all the girls in the family wore pink and all the boys in the family wore blue. It was just like, oh my God. And part of me at the time was because I didn't have a traditional family to speak up. I was like, oh, I kind of want a family portrait like that. But then as I got older, I'm like, that's the cheesiest damn thing I've ever seen.
It's really cheesy. It's really just okay.
Yeah.
It took work.
Yeah.
And effort to choose those matching outfits.
Right. Oh God. But yeah, it's so wholesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, then But yeah, I mean, I understand they had to set up, because they're going to be talking about it so much. They had to put something at the head of the show.
Right. Yeah.
And they did. I mean, I thought I was impressed. And that's why I like this episode as a reunion, because they addressed that like right off the bat.
Right. And so, it's not a dance around it. Even when Gizelle said, so some people have been in jail in this group. Sorry, Wendy.
Right.
It's top of mind.
Right.
Basically. Yeah, they segue to Stacey's a liar, which I don't care.
Yeah,
I enjoy her so much.
I mean, I like that the outcome of all that was basically Stacey saying, "What does it matter to you?"
Right.
And
so when the caller right here, the viewer question was, "It's not affecting you, Gizelle. Actually, what does it matter?"
Right.
When Gizelle said, this just happened. We met this actress who was best friends with TJ and showed us the contract and what we're going to do with that. Well, you chose to bring it on the show. So what were you, what were your intentions?
Yeah.
You didn't have to bring it on the show. You couldn't even say the woman's name. It was bleeped out. It's so dumb. And, when she said that you denied it and moved on, but you never moved on because you've been calling her a liar the entire season.
Right.
Giselle. It was so Giselle just like playing people's faces, like when she's just Angel and gaslighting. And I didn't hate you. Ma'am. We've been talking so many episodes on this podcast about you hazing. Okay.
I thought it was interesting that they kind of they all kind of said, Stacey has, a QVC voice.
Yes.
That she, and when Stacey was like, well, I hope that everyone saw through, me, that like through those clips, that's just how I am. And it was just like, so you're phony, like you're putting on a voice, like you're working. And Stacey was kind of like, well, if that's how you take it.
Which, indeed.
Yeah. And which is basically like, I can't really fault Stacey. She is working. She is performing on a show. So if she chooses to be a certain way, and that's, it is, I could see how that would frustrate the other women for sure.
They were so bothered, and I loved every minute of it. When Andy acknowledged that Andy therapy is, it's so good. Gizelle is so bothered by it because she, like, Stacey's broken out so much. The fact that she's on the Drew Barrymore show, she's gone beyond the Bravo sphere into popular culture, intimidated family fear base, and they just haven't done that. And it's just so hilarious how they're like, "Oh, I'm not bothered. You're so bothered." Kiana was so bothered. Her boobs were bothered. like just so
squished into everything.
Let's take a moment for this. We're not talking about aesthetics, Angel, or Wendy. Everyone's beautiful. I feel your boobs are smashed. Whether it be Angel, whether it be Kiana,
they're just trapped.
Else.
They're just trapped in those dresses.
I think it's Angel and Kiana were just. It's just your boobs are just.
They're being flattened and pressed.
It's a burden. It's a brew burden.
I saw a drunk drawn for Beverly Hills before we came upstairs to record this, and they did an accentuated drawing of Dorit and her boobs from the last episode, which I believe you and I both commented on. Wow, Dorit's boobs! But I'll show you.
Oh yeah.
I'll show you later.
Remember what?
When you see the drawing, you'll know.
It's not the after show look where she has like the
no. It was something else. But anyway, yeah, I don't. I thought it was. I thought it was very, very clever of Gizelle, though, to say, like, at least it wasn't negative. Like, it was nice to see some positive PR about the show.
Right.
So it's like, okay, good one, Gizelle, but she was definitely bothered.
So
can we talk about when she comes out in the first and Andy's like, oh, no, you're going to be sitting there next to Wendy.
Do I have to hold her hand?
Yeah.
Gizelle was thinking, why am I second seat?
She knew
why.
She knew full well and why when Wendy was sitting next to her.
But the thing is, like, Gizelle was that in the season where purple.
Oh.
That's that sweatshirt I had.
It's raining really bad right now. So when he turned and looked at me, I'm like, is the roof leaking?
No.
Dear God, if this house is not waterproof, I'm going to lose my shit.
Gonna.
That's what I'm obsessed with.
Shit's been lost.
Shit is lost repeatedly.
Gizelle, what was I saying?
Gizelle, the positive PR about the Vanity Fair article. It's all right. And you're not drinking?
You distracted me.
I'm sorry.
I can't remember what it was. It was something that's
It's all right, because then they move on to Angel.
Well, no. Then Tia, Stacey.
Oh, yeah, that was a weird back and forth. I was not.
That was just, they both got in some, well, mainly Tia got in some good licks there, but,
Stacey has some of the worst reads I've ever heard in my life.
Stacey is unbothered. It's so funny, like, in scenes during filming, she's very unbothered, but at the reunion, she seems a bit more bothered of like, oh, a little flustered, like, well, that I did, and also production keeps bringing up things of, I didn't know Chris Samuels. I dated Chris Samuels. I filed for divorce. No, you didn't. It was Timo. So it's just,
Yeah. But she just doesn't have good comebacks at all. Like,
no.
I don't understand what she was trying to get at with the accent thing.
I think that's what I was going. When she said to Tia, you went back and reported to your master.
Oh,
we all.
Yes. I was a little sleepy because I've had a week, a weekend, and I was like, what now? Like, you just don't report back to your master and not be like, what the hell is that about?
I feel like that could have blown up even more. Even Andy was like, I'm not going to repeat that.
Right. That was like, what now?
Yeah. And then when Michelle tried to say, well, when is your master? I'm like, ma'am,
yeah,
that's not the case.
That is not
the case.
Yeah, I just feel like when Stacey's concerned, the things that they direct at her, they're like really trying hard to get her on, and then the things she tries to direct back at others, she's trying really hard to get traction. Like, there's just something about Stacey that just is so awkward. It doesn't work, but it does work. It's
right.
So bizarre.
Yeah. I don't know how she lands it, but doesn't land it. And, people really enjoy it. So she has become a fan favorite, I think, because there's been so much attention put on her by other women and thinking that they got her. But even when you get Stacey, she manages to wriggle out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So you just can't.
It's because she just doesn't care. It's really, or she at least portrays enough that she doesn't care. And like, whatever.
The only person who she really cares about having a friendship with is Wendy. So as long as they're fine,
right,
then she's, can, just be whatever with the other woman, so.
And, I know,
Yeah.
Sorry.
Wow.
Don't mean to give you shit.
Dick.
Sorry, I know you're talking more than I am. I'm so tired. I apologize.
No, you're fine.
But the Angel stuff, again, they go into like the whole eviction and the catfish stuff. And again, I think that Angel handled it, I think, very well and very truthful, in that, like, you were not saying that to be like confused. And that's the first time we hear her saying, like, Gizelle saying, I asked production, when do I meet all the women? And Gizelle, don't clown on us, don't play on us. Like,
that made it worse. Production's like, why am I in it?
Yeah. That's just the stupidest excuse I've ever heard.
How can I say that's not being shady? What was your intention? When I was saying this in front of a room full of women, that you did not look like who you portray yourself to be on social media. How is she going to take that? You're right. I really should do better about my filtering. I mean, what are your intentions except for being shady?
Right. I did like that Andy was like, you all use Facetune and filters and stuff. And Wendy was like, excuse me, sir? Just to say that, no, I do not. But like all the other one were like, oh, yeah, pretty much.
Facetune, I don't. Yeah.
But no, absolutely. It's also as though when she had the conversation, when she and Angel had the conversation that kind of apologized for it originally, like the day after, that like Gizelle knew full well she was still going to put her thumb on the sore spot and just be like, well, we talked about it. Why are you still upset? It's like, I thought we all realized it was a joke. And it's just like, okay, is that how you operate, Gizelle? Just like, okay, we talked about it and we apologized to each other. So now it's okay for me to still be a bitch about it,
Yeah. I mean, but she kept picking at Angel, but also we even on the show were saying, like, why is Angel carrying this over into the reasonable shady
right
podcast event?
Yeah.
So
I think they did a good job addressing that as well in the reunion episode tonight. But like, okay, but you kept going. Like, you said it was fine, and then the next time today you brought it back, and she didn't quite explain she didn't quite explain very well why she kept bringing Wendy into it. Like, she kind of
right.
address it
I thought I heard somebody laugh. I thought I heard you laugh and say catfish, or really she laughed and then Gizelle said catfish, and there's too much going on. Understandably.
But I do like that Wendy was just like, why are you bringing me into this? Like, I never said that. But it's been like all season long that like she's been saying that to her. And it's like, why is it still now, even during the reunion, still a question? Like,
I think that she apologized to Wendy. She apologized and said it was below the belt to talk about her appearance.
Oh, that was BS.
Just say, I was pissed at you.
Right.
And I said shit about you and your appearance.
Right.
And Wendy, throws back at James Earl Jones, which was, ow, that was harsh.
Right.
It's just, you're both pissed and you're saying mean things.
Right.
Let's just call it a day.
Yeah. I don't know why they couldn't have just.
They're never going to be like close. And then, I think Wendy did have a wig of Kiana. It's not that she rules. Angel, I think just Angel acquiesces to. Is that,
that's the word.
Glown, it's a word.
Glown is also a word.
She really just says, okay, no, you go. I'm sorry. You finish your thing and I'll say, they all talk. And when he said, no, I want you to keep talking, Angel, that was good. So
that was also just a whole awkward thing, like the three of them talking over each other, and then like, I don't know why.
Try and direct.
Yeah, I don't know why they kept that in the reunion. Like, I guess so we could see that Angel kind of, backs down when Kiana starts talking. But I don't know. It just seemed like I could have gone without that. Like, because I was just like, I really do want to hear what Angel's saying. Like, just cut out Kiana. I would have been happy.
I feel like a few things about Angel at the reunion. She was very defensive. She came in hot. Like, she was ready to say things. And I think, and it was saying it was cutting her off. He was just, ready to move on, but she was still really focused on her point. And, she just had a lot of time since the season ended for her to like really gather these points.
Well, and I also get the feeling that they're going to get into more of her stuff later when they trip. So I think Andy's just like, girl, save it. It's good. Right. Like, don't worry.
Yeah, it's coming.
You need this piss and vinegar for later.
It's coming. But the thing is, I feel bad that Angel gets, like this Eeyore kind of rap of like, I don't think she's a Debbie Downer. I think she seems to be a very nice person. Maybe the show isn't completely for her. I still think this could be a one and done situation. More so maybe her not wanting to come back. But I think there's something really likable about her, and I hate that she's just been getting so much shit by the internet.
Right.
Shit on by the internet. Because I think she's cool, and she represents a lot of the living, and which they don't always have in Potomac. And
agreed. What do we feel? Do we feel the internet is going to say about her saying on this reunion that she bought a house in the DMV?
Well, and then it was specifically the Potomac. Throwing out when she threw out to Ashley, it's in Potomac, unlike yours. And for Ashley to say, I chose not to. Ma'am.
Yeah. Well, even Angel was like, sure.
Michael didn't want to buy you a house in Potomac. Okay. So you chose not to live in a place where you call yourself a Real Housewife of Potomac.
Right.
Sure. Okay. Okay.
I did enjoy the Ashley and Wendy back and forth about, and it's pretty much coming up.
Pen.
About, Zen Wens and the pen, that whole thing. Where, again, all Ashley had to do is say, I was trying to be shady.
Yes.
I was mad at you at the time. I didn't truly realize, like, the extent of this. Like, which I think.
I thought that was BS. Regardless of if Wendy has a smile on her face or a mugshot, it's a mugshot.
Right.
This isn't, a DUI. Well, this isn't, a little minor fraction. It's a lot of potential jail time, and it's very serious. So.
But Ashley could have said that, like, I didn't know how serious it was. I thought it was going to be like, misunderstanding, so I made the joke. That's all Ashley had to say.
I still wouldn't have believed her because inherently she's just, as the viewer said, very mean.
Yeah, and I think that was being a nasty.
There's a messy, which she's been in the past. Even that stepped over the line a lot of times when she would deal with people, whether it be Robin or Karen or, Katie. Yeah. She just would really go for the jugular. And
well, again, in this case, I like how she says, brings it back to, well, when you first came on the show, like you were like, high and mighty and trying to put it, put the rest of us down.
Right.
And then for when did it What did you say?
Well, because when they said like I have accolades and you don't, or I have achievements and you don't, and that really pissed off Ashley. But that was a good reason Social Security thing.
Oh yeah, for her to come back and be like, "Oh well, I only have one Social Security number." Like, ooh. But all of it very fast between the two of them, and I think that's what's entertaining about it is that they were just very quick. It wasn't like had Stacey been involved in that, there would have been some weird out of nowhere reference.
Right.
Like, what is she talking about?
Right. But when she said, name them, basically name them, what was I nasty? And Angel said, well,
Right.
I can give you some examples.
Yeah.
She's just, yeah.
Yeah. It's ridiculous, but anyway.
Do they get into anything else?
Oh yeah, we have ladies back here. I don't think so. I mean,
we didn't get like too deep into like each one. It was mainly it was Wendy to Stacey to Angel, and then some other people jumping, but not. But
and I think that's what does this first episode well. So they kind of get to, because it all comes back around to each of these women again in a different piece of drama. They can start off with this is what we're talking about and not get too deep, and then when it comes back they can be like, okay, let's talk about the girls trip, let's talk about going to, they already kind of met the little Timo thing, but there's ways they're going to get back to it.
This is where Chris Samuel's thing when
exactly.
So,
and we saw from the trailers that they talk about Ashley and Cherie's son.
Oh, that'll be good. Yeah. And then of course, Karen of it all, and then Jazzy saying that Kiara stole Greg from her.
I don't know why. I would like to know why Jazz is coming for Kiara. I thought, if anything, Jazzy would be coming for Wendy, for Angel,
Stacey.
Stacey, yeah. For not, truly coming to her wedding like she did at the end of the season.
Right. You would think. I'm sure they'll go there too.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah. See how Stacey.
It's more Jazzy being like, wait a minute, I need to get a contract next season.
Yeah. This isn't an audition for the next season.
Yeah.
When Stacey said, fingers crossed I'm coming back next year. As if she wouldn't be. No, you run your course, Stacey. That's okay. We're gonna get some more cast.
I think that's the sort of thing that just if I was Gizelle sitting across with someone and like someone was playing on me that like, oh, maybe I won't come back. Wouldn't you like that? Like, because I'm like, oh,
like the steam coming out of Giselle's ears. There's just and her trying not to be bothered, but you're so reasonably bothered, and it's so nice.
So, other than the squishy boob dresses, what did we think about the looks in the movement on the actual stage? At the Potomac stables, apparently, because there's so many horse things going on.
I feel like Giselle's dress was better standing up.
Right.
I feel like Wendy's looked good standing up or sitting down. I feel Stacey was very, snowbot in her dress.
Yeah.
If you when Ashley came out and Andy had to help her to her seat, I feel like how is that comfortable for all those hours you're sitting on that couch?
They always say it's not comfortable at all. So, but it looks good, and
I mean, yeah, I liked Ashley's look. I think I love the color on Kiana's dress. I just didn't like the boob smash.
What did you think about the dig on Ashley being like, "Oh, I wore that same designer for Stacey's dress"?
Right, and Stacey's is better.
Yeah,
I don't know if I would have brought that up.
Right,
would have left that alone.
Right.
I love Angel, but the gloves are so.
Oh, I didn't even notice the
and the fur wrap. I don't. No, it's not good.
All I noticed was that she just looked packed into that thing, and the ladies must be suffocating for air.
I know, so it's not.
But again, the things people do for fashion.
Yeah, I feel like Tia, she's safe.
Her
hair and makeup were great though.
Her weird ribbing, ribbed corset didn't bother me as much as I thought it would. Like in the original photos, I thought it was going to be a little bit like too showy, but like
it's a little Bridgerton.
But I think it works. It definitely works.
Oh, it totally works. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to throw you for the fashion detour there, but
no, I was right. I was down to bring up fashion, but I don't know if you were.
Oh, I'm all for it.
Yeah, it was a lot of red.
Can't you tell I'm wearing my red fashion?
I didn't wear it.
My ladies are squished in here today.
Fellas. Yeah, it was a lot of red.
Yeah, but no, it looked good.
Look good.
I just don't know where else we go from here. Like, we just next week we see where they take us.
Yeah, and we got a little bitty promo for Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that during the show.
Well, I should do it before the show.
Okay, so then you actually saw it.
Yeah, you
So you just fast forwarded right past it.
Well, no, I stopped it, but I think you're just
okay.
Yeah, but it was exactly what we saw on the internet.
Okay, got it.
So
you meant nothing.
Well, with last year's,
right,
programmings too. I was kind of like,
but I mean, at least this means that we're gonna get some Atlanta sooner than later.
I think I understand like why they haven't gotten a trailer yet. I mean, are they gonna have? They're not gonna pick up right after Potomac.
It sounds to me like there's gonna be some space between. So
that's just weird.
Maybe they have some other special programming. Like like they put in the Heather Gay special for a couple weeks.
Right. Yeah.
So maybe they have something else like that coming up.
I feel like they need to, with Marriage Madness wrapping up and they already shot their reunion, they need to have more shows. And so it just makes sense for Atlanta to start the week after Potomac ends.
Right.
Therefore, we need to.
Are there, pardon the phrasing on this, but are there other Black shows that are airing right now? Like with, that being the main stars?
Just Married to Medicine and Potomac.
So if they go off, will there be a period of time where it's just nothing but Whitey McWhite on Bravo? I mean, big surprise.
I mean, there will be racial diversity on Bravo. There are a few people of color, whether it be Summer House or Southern Charm, and of course the Persian community.
Oh, that's true.
The Valley,
that's
Persian
true.
Style.
But that is not a replacement for
No, we're talking about ladies of color, Black ladies that could be lacking.
All right, that's what I'm curious about. So
Atlanta in there.
All right.
And I'm curious about what the season will be like.
Yeah, it just makes me wonder if there's going to end up being some other show that is so beneath our radar because we just don't pay attention to things that aren't Housewives.
No. I mean, there's we'll say there's pockets of color on many shows, but
But yeah, it's Bravo. It's okay. It's just embarrassing to say it out loud because then we have to admit how horribly undiverse Bravo can be.
Yes, pockets of color.
Thank you. I don't know why I'm giggling so much about this. It's perked me up a little bit. No, because that's the thing is sometimes I do feel that when they put Atlanta right after Potomac, it's just you have nothing else for the Black demographic that you need to this is Sunday nights at 8. That's what we get, so.
It was. There was one season that Salt Lake was on.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah. But really, that night belongs to Potomac and Atlanta.
I agree. That's one thing that I feel is very much a staple is Sunday night Potomac or Atlanta. So.
Yes.
But
for sure.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know where to go from here with that. So should we keep talking or do we talk about it next time?
Until next time.
Okay.